Capella, fixed star of destiny. A look at this intriguing star in astrology, written, directed, and produced by Reverend Dr. Dikki-Jo Mullen. Capella is the sixth brightest star in the heavens. It is composed of a four-star system, two large yellow stars and two small red stars. It moves at 1 degree every 72 years. It is referred to as the little she-goat. Reverend Dr. Mullen will share interesting details of the fixed star and its influences on planet Earth.
Hello, stargazers. I'm astrologer Dikki-Jo Mullen in Orlando, Florida, coming to you with a special study of the fixed star Capella. In the vast vault of space, which gets bigger and bigger and just goes on all the time further, are so many stars, beautiful colors and combinations, whirling nebulas. And since earliest times, astronomers and astrologers have gazed into the heavens and recognized specific stars, specific points of light. We're going to study the sixth brightest star in the heavens, Capella, which has been popular since mythological times. And the position of Capella, the fixed stars, actually move. It's kind of a misnomer, about 1 degree every 72 years. Currently, Capella is at 21 degrees 52 minutes of Gemini, and we use an orb that is a variance from that of just 2 degrees 40 minutes. So from about, say, 22 to 25 Gemini or 19 to 21 Gemini, there would be a Capella influence. This is a really fascinating star in the constellation Auriga, the charioteer, and it is again one of the brightest stars in the night sky, and it has some unique features. All of that figures into how it affects us and becomes a part of destiny, because the study of the fixed stars goes beyond basic astrology to look at the broader destiny promised in the birth chart and also in the general mundane charts we use in looking at what's going on for the world overall. It's a quadruple star system, although it appears at a glance to be a single star. And it's the binary stars are two yellow giant stars and a pair of fainter red dwarfs. Eventually, it's believed that Capella will become a red dwarf completely. With a magnitude of minus 0.48, it's such a bright star in the heavens, and in the winter hexagon it's especially prominent for observers in the northern hemisphere. Astrologically, Capella is said to possess the nature of the planets Mars and Mercury. It's associated with honor, wealth, eminence, a love of knowledge, but also anger. It's linked to mythological tales, such as being the goat that nursed the infant Jupiter. So it has a tie with feeding the planet Jupiter. The story is that the baby Jupiter playfully broke off one of the goat's horns, and it became a cornucopia. And then, feeling remorse, Jupiter placed the cornucopia in the heavens as a reward to the she-goat who nursed him as a baby. And so the goat and the cornucopia, horn of plenty, relate especially to this star. And the fixed star itself, the name comes from the Latin word meaning little she-goat or goat star. The fixed star Capella is linked especially to milk and to children. According to Ptolemy, it represents a position of honor, trust, eminent friends. It makes its natives very careful, very timorous, very inquisitive, very fond of knowledge and of novelties. Everyone born near June 12th of every year will have the sun very close to Capella. And the dates around June 12th, from about the 9th to the 15th of June, but especially the 12th can relate to this sign. People born then are thought to be especially energetic, obstinate, changeable. If it's a positive birth chart, they can be trustworthy and gain wealth. If not, they can be dissipated, envious, and have many problems. Which of the presidential candidates this year do you think has Capella prominent in his birth chart? I try to stay apolitical, so I'll let you guess. Capella is called the glorious crown, and again it's said to be the horn of the goat from the head of the goat that took care of the infant. After the horn was playfully broken off, it became a symbol of love. Capella is also the patron star of Avalon, and in Assyria it is thought to be related especially to the sun, the source of all life. And the goat star, the charioteer, relates to the properties of learning and interest in research. And if emphasized by the moon or the ascendant in the natal chart, these can be very gifted and very prominent people. Let's go through the basic placements of Capella in your own birth chart. Look to see where that degree of Gemini, about 21, 22 degrees of Gemini, falls in your own birth chart. If it's conjunct your sun, as I mentioned, it can be quickness of speech, wealth, but vacillating and changeable. Conjunct the moon, if you have a moon in Gemini, you can be inquisitive, loquacious, and can be very quarrelsome and travel a great deal. If it's near Venus, there is a lot of loitering. It's not good for money. Relationships tend to be very stagnant. Capella conjunct Mars is intellectual and learned, but there's a tendency to waste talents. If you should have Jupiter there, that's extremely good for working in law or ecclesiastics in the church. And there can be a tendency to be really zealous about everything, to come on in kind of a heavy way. Saturn, along with Capella, is a shrewd, tidy person who might be involved in making a lot of money, but won't age well and can need health care in old age. Uranus stays in each birth sign 7 years. Many people born in the 1940s will have Capella within orb of natal Uranus. This whole group of people were involved in protests, changing society in the 1960s when they came of age. Eccentricity, inventiveness, dependence upon other people, upset and changing home life. All of this can be a part of that 1940s birth trend with Capella in Gemini. Neptune moves even more slowly than Uranus. It stays 14 years or so in each sign. And catching up with Capella, we're looking at the late 1800s, very early 1900s. People born in the 1890s, the early 1900s, were a courageous group, very studious, very involved in spiritual pursuits. The Ouija board became popular then. A lot of interest in mental health, the psychology of health at that time. Looking at some of the upcoming transits of Capella, Capella will conjoin the planet Jupiter during May of 2025. From June 11th through the 17th of 2024, Mercury will conjoin Capella. Venus will conjoin Capella from June 9th through the 14th of 2024, and then Mars will be near Capella during the last half of August of 2024. During all of these time periods, the qualities of the planet mentioned and the traits of the fixed star will be really visible in world events, things that happen with other people, and a lot of turning points in world history can be developing and occurring then. I'm Dikki-Jo in Orlando, Florida, wishing you happy stargazing.
Thank you for watching the video. Reverend Dr. Dikki-Jo Mullen has been gifted with several psychic learning styles that she has developed over her lifetime. Each of us has been gifted with innate psychic learning styles as well that we may choose to develop. Reverend Dr. Dikki-Jo Mullen is an astrologer, psychic, and parapsychologist. She provides astrology, psychic, rune, and tarot card readings. She provides face-to-face and Zoom readings and seances. She offers webinars, face-to-face individual and group sessions as well. Here are Dr. Mullen's social media sites. Her email recently changed. She offers inspirational insights on her WordPress site. She has more than 200 related videos on her YouTube channel and also maintains a Facebook page. Reverend Dr. Dikki-Jo notes that use of the internet enhances the psychic energy of her work. She observes that this is a result of the fusion of her earthbound energy, her psychic energy, and internet energy working together. She encourages you to explore and develop your innate psychic learning styles.